I am welcoming Joe DiPaola, a candidate for regional councillor. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Marge. Hi, thanks for having me here, and thanks for doing this, conducting these
Oh,
interviews. That's great.
you're very welcome. Joe, I'm looking forward to hearing the responses to some questions I have sent you. I'm asking you to respond to each question within 2 minutes. First question: how would you describe the value of our heritage, and how would you like to see Richmond Hill's 150th anniversary celebrated next year?
Okay, well, thank you for that question. That's great. I'm so glad you're starting off with that. To me, it's the most important thing. We have so many people in Richmond Hill that value our heritage and are working hard to preserve and restore our historical features, our natural heritage, and our architectural and our built heritage. And that to me is so important because that's what defines us as a city. That's what makes us different from Ajax or Pickering or Oakville or other places. So we have a very rich history, and I did a little documentary about our history, a little 5-minute video that people are able to see and reference. But it was just an introduction to what's available when it comes to our heritage and the ways in which Richmond Hill as a city has gone about preserving it. It all started with the Heritage Center. And Marge, it's so interesting that you tied this into the 150th anniversary question because it was on our 125th anniversary. Dave Barrow was the chair of the 125th anniversary committee, and I was the vice chair. And that committee, we commissioned the book that was written called Early Days in Richmond Hill. And um, we dedicated the Heritage Center. We acquired a property on Center Street, and we set up our heritage department in Richmond Hill to collect and establish a place to go collect all historical documents and put it all in one place. So I'm so excited about what we can do on our 150th. This is where we can take it one step further. I'll tell you my plan, and what I'm very excited about is I want to close down Yonge Street and have we always had our Heritage Village Day. We closed Yonge between Crosby and Major Mac, and it was an opportunity for residents to really get together. And we haven't done that for a while. There's been some difficulties closing Yonge, but I know we can do it. It takes 6 months to get your permits and everything in place with YRP in York Region, and I want to spearhead that, help make that happen, work together with Mayor West, so we can have a true celebration of our rich heritage.
Very good. Thank you. Second question. The majority of Richmond Hill residents are very car dependent. This has us with a large carbon footprint, thus contributing to the degradation of our environment. Do you see us resigned to live like this? Would you support changes to the municipal zoning rules to permit non-residential uses in areas that are now strictly residential? Should new subdivisions be designed differently?
Oh, and again, thanks for that question, Marge. So very important. The climate crisis that we're facing is real, and action today is what's going to safeguard future generations to enjoy all the things that we have to enjoy. I really have to tip my hat to Mayor West, who initiated our climate action plan, and that was passed by this term of council. We did some wonderful things on this term of council. It kind of got lost in the shuffle about the awards that we've received. To be named a Tree City of the World was a real accomplishment, and we continue to make efforts to increase our tree canopy. Our climate and energy action plan is world leading. The World Council on City Data examined cities from across the globe in 50 different countries. They ranked us second in greenhouse gas emissions per capita. We have the second lowest GHG emissions per capita here in Richmond Hill. So we're doing some good things, but there's a long way to go, and there's a lot more that we can do. and a lot of that's set out in our climate action plan. But what the types of subdivisions that we allow play a big role in that, and our official plan is really going to contribute to helping us do better when it comes to protecting the environment. And it's all about stopping sprawl. Richmond Hill does more than its fair share. We do all the heavy lifting in York Region when it comes to stopping sprawl and transit supportive development. We are intensifying like no other place in York Region, and those intensification efforts to create walkable communities where people don't even need a car, where it's mixed use, and you have all your retail amenities and everything you need it's a 15-minute walking distance. That's the overall plan of our official plan, and the goal is to get people less dependent on
cars.
getting vehicles.
Very good. Third question. What do you see as Richmond Hill's vulnerabilities?
Okay, well, it ties right back into, our challenges are directly impacted by our efforts to stop sprawl. I would say our biggest challenge is to create that pedestrian friendly community. The fact that such a large stretch of Richmond Hill, in fact, just as long as Toronto itself, the length of Yonge Street, which is such an important transit corridor, in the GTA, is also the place where we need our pedestrian activity. So the challenges are to allow for that commuter and passing through traffic to navigate Yonge Street, while we still create complete communities where you can walk and get to where you need to go. So everyone knows the challenge we have in our center core, improving our historical downtown district is challenged, and we're vulnerable because of that major transportation corridor that runs right through it. So it's a balancing act, but it definitely can be done. We have a good plan, a downtown secondary plan that's in draft form now, that's going to have parking off of Yonge Street, and get people an opportunity to really use that as a retail corridor, but with a historical flair. And I know we can do that. We can accomplish that. We're starting to make strides, and it's an exciting time. But that's our challenge. Yonge Street presents a challenge, but it also presents great opportunities.
Okay, very good. Imagine there was a lottery for municipalities and Richmond Hill won $50 million. How would you like to see it spent?
Okay. Again, another excellent question. 50 million might not be quite as much as it would seem, and if an individual were to win. The city definitely could use it wisely and well. My priority, what I would hope if we fell into some extra money, is that we could improve the observatory lands and create more pedestrian access from all of the dense urban area in the South Richmond Hill. That observatory park presents such a unique opportunity for us to have a central place where people can escape the hustlings and bustlings of the urban environment and get away to a purely natural setting. We have the University of Toronto had one of the largest and most diverse collection of tree species there, and that's to be preserved and respected and enhanced. And $50 million will go a long way to improving that park. And the challenge is land in South Richmond Hill is so expensive. We need to purchase some land in order to make pedestrian connections to get people to that park. We need pedestrian overpasses to get over the train tracks. I mean, it's a 10 to 15-minute walk for a lot of people, but there's a barrier, a barrier that the CN Rail presents, that we would need to create those overpasses for that park to really be something that people can use conveniently. But I'll tell you, we don't need to win the lottery. We need to continue on the financial plan that we have in place. We've really looked after our long-term repair and replacement needs. We have ample reserves in our parks acquisition fund, our mill rate stabilization fund, and all the other reserves. So we are in excellent financial health. We have no debt, and we have generated that $50 million by being very frugal in Richmond Hill as opposed to other municipalities.
Okay, thank you for that. Moving on to the second part. I have 7 fun facts about the candidates. I would like you to answer them with a smile and quickly. Okay, first one. Are you a tea or coffee drinker?
Definitely coffee.
Coffee, okay. Do you prefer ebooks or real books?
Oh, real books, no question.
Okay. Do you say ketchup or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Ketchup, okay. What is your ideal place for a vacation?
I would say Switzerland.
Switzerland, okay.
Switzerland, any city
Okay.
that's lovely.
Sounds nice. Do you have a Mac or a PC?
I use PC.
PC. What's your favorite vegetable?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. And have you ever played pickleball?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'd love to try someday.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Joe. I wish you very well with this campaign, and I hope to see you around the city very shortly.
Okay, thank you, Marj, and thank you for everything you do with connecting the community. It's exciting to see how many people are gathering together at our theater, and I really hope that continues and grows.
Very good. Thank you.
Take care.